morning, I'm Sam if you didn't know, and today I wanted to talk about Teentober. And Teentober is a month that recognizes the teens in our libraries and shows what programs we have here for you. And then instead of talking about what we have now, I thought it'd be really fun if we went back and look at all this old technology of what we had. Now I'm going to go ahead and start with this one. It's our oldest one. It is from 1948 and it is a camera. Now you look at it and go, how is this a camera? Even open up the back. You think, what goes in there? Well, you insert your film in here, close it up, and then for a quick second, you pull down this lever, and that's your picture.
Do that again. Oh, neat.
And it's really neat. And then next we have an electric typewriter. Now this isn't necessarily an old electric typewriter, but typewriters got popularized from the 1960s to about the early 2000s. And so we have it here. I don't have it plugged in, but you're able to type things. Obviously not like how we type things on computers now. You would have to go back, use whiteout, and retype. That's what my teacher always told us when we did our typing class. And then we have two movie cameras here, one from the production years of 1976 and 1978, and one from 1987. Now, you think this one's really big compared to the older one. Well, in fact, this one had a bunch of additives, like you'd have to plug in the mic, you could plug it into the monitor, and you also would have to get the film developed for this one. This one, you just had to get a cassette, and once you finished recording, it was recorded on there. And so, you think this one's big, that one just had a lot of things added to it. And this one here, I didn't quite have a date for it, but Miss Kathy said when she started at the library, she did use it, and she used it up till, I wouldn't know, maybe not recently, but not far away either. And then she would have different things, and she would show in them. She was telling me she would show things like the 3 little pigs, and she would go through and have to turn this knob on the end and spin it around. I'm not quite sure how it worked compared to these ones over here. And then we're getting closer to when my age started, because I had a bunch of VHSs around early 2000s. This one's one from the library. It's specifically VeggieTales, but I remember having things like Strawberry Shortcake, The Wiggles, and things like that. And then you would have to go back and rewind them when you wanted to start. And I remember having to rewind it and just getting bored, and then I'd go do something else, and then we were on a completely different show from what I wanted on that VHS. So then I had to go forward and backwards. It was just a hassle to do. And then this phone specifically is from 2006. And then we have 2 Disney MP3s here, and you would either plug it in and then plug it to your computer and get your music off of iTunes. So it usually was your parents' music that you were listening to, not your own. Let's leave it there. And you can tell they're kind of old because one has Hannah Montana on it.
Woohoo!
And then you could do that, or you could put an SD card in the top of it and it would play music that you downloaded on the SD card. And then up here we have 2 more things. We have a rotary phone, which of course you start from the number you need and you watch it roll back. Now I think it's fun to play with, but everyone tells me this was more of a pain than fun to use. But this one here, and then we have a Polaroid camera, and some may know, it takes instant pictures, and then this one comes out at the top, and after a few minutes of developing, you get your picture. These two aren't considered older technology. They're considered retro. They're made to look like the old vintage technology we have back here. And since we have both the retro and the vintage, we then can move on to what we use today. Now everyone says your phone can about do everything, and it can. You can answer phone calls, you can get pictures instantly, you can watch things like VeggieTales on YouTube or on your own phone. You can type things, you can record home videos, and we have a lot just on this one device today. But that doesn't make any of this that's behind the one phone obsolete or any more boring than the phone, because honestly I think this one's much cooler than just sitting there taking a picture. And it's got a nice click to it. It does. And here at the library we have an electric typewriter for the public use. We have computers that you can use. We have our own hotspots that you can check out and use for personal use for a week, and then you can renew it for another week if no one's on hold for it. And then that's just a few of the things that we have here for you to use, especially now that all the school's kind of online. You may not have the best internet at home. So if you'd like, you can come and check out other things at the library and see what other programs we have for you. In the next couple of weeks in Teentober, we'll talk about other things that we have for the teens specifically. So if you want, you can check out a hotspot, come use our computer, we print and we fax things, and just anything like that. Well, thank you for looking at this little technology with me. Bye.